DuckDuckGo installs are spiking after Google put more AI in search.
Nice.
DuckDuckGo says that US app installs jumped an average of 18% week over week in the 6 days after Google's I/O conference. The surge came right after Google announced a whole mass of new AI search features at Google I/O. Visits to DuckDuckGo's AI-free landing page, noai.duckduckgo.com, also climbed about 23% on average. DuckDuckGo CEO Gabriel Weinberg said that Google is force-feeding its users AI with no way to opt out, and it's making the search results worse. DuckDuckGo still only has around 2% of the US search market, and it does offer its own AI features, but Weinberg said the company wants to put users in charge and let them decide how much or how little AI they want. Our discussion question is, with AI overviews / like AI interactive quote-unquote search, because is it even search at that point? Just being crammed down your throat. Are you ready to just stop Googling things?
Yeah, I mean, I've been considering. There's a guy on one of my teams.
Now you're good. Carry on.
We're good. I've been considering Kagi. Have you heard of Kagi?
I have.
I've been considering that. I think I've even
Luke's
mentioned
been considering
on the show before.
Paying for something.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
why
don't you explain
sure.
what it is and tell us why you're considering paying for it?
Part of the reason I'm considering paying for it is one of the people on my team that I mean, I respect the opinions of all the people on my teams, but he's been using it for a long time and really likes it. Kagi is a paid. Makes me cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
But, there's the whole thing of if it's free, you're the product. So, but it's a paid web search. There's no ads. There's no trackers. Mm-hmm. I think they actually
There's no sponsored results.
There's no sponsored results, which is honestly a huge part of it, because even Google right now, like, my God, man, there's been some really misleading stuff. Like, the sponsored results are very clearly kind of malicious at this point.
Dude, I forget who was screen sharing with me. It might have been today or yesterday or something. Someone was screen sharing with me, and they basically were trying to look something up and couldn't get past the sponsored results. Was that Dan, were you in writers meeting this morning or no? Nope. I think it might have actually been in writers meeting this morning. James was just trying to look something up, and he scrolled past the completely filling above the fold sponsored results, got all the way to the bottom where there was more kind of misleading or sponsored results, and then he had to go back up. People are yeah, there. I think that's the one. Yeah, there it is. Unbelievable. Remember when Google's whole mission with search was to help you actually fucking find something? What happened?
Yeah, it's a little wild. I don't know. It's interesting. Kagi has some AI integration stuff. They also have an AI philosophy tagline thing explaining how they want to use it and why. And I think you can kind of choose to not engage. They have something called their Kagi's Small Web, which I think is pretty interesting. It's interesting to me because Kagi is a paid thing, but then it says Kagi Small Web prioritizes authentic human voices. This curated collection features only non-commercial sites submitted by real people. Browse by category or at random to discover hidden gems created for passion, not profit. I think it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, which is why I haven't done it yet, because I've known about Kagi for a while. I think this isn't even the first time I've talked about it on my own show. But
however,
I don't know.
And I would never endorse this. The family plan is only $18 a month if you buy it yearly for $206. So that's $216 a year for 6 people. So what does that work out to? And I have no idea how they enforce this. Maybe it's only 2 adult ones, and then all the other ones are only kids stuff. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're professional plans. So what would that work out to? $216 divided by 12 divided by 6 would be only $3 a month if you have a big family and your family is 6 people, and your family has like a convenient pay app or whatever else, if you know what I'm saying. So yes, it can be pretty expensive, like $10 a month for the professional tier. It seems like kind of a downer, but there are ways to maybe not as much. I mean, realistically though, would you use more than 300 searches a month? Do you do more than 10 web searches a day
currently?
Because that's only $5. That's only $5 for starter.
My problem is that there are days where I use way more than that, but I also have to assume that there's days where I use practically none.
Yeah, 300 searches
I'm
and
not sure.
300 AI interactions per month with standard models for $5 a month plus tax. I think that's a pretty reasonable place to start, which is probably why they call it the starter plan. That makes sense. They were way ahead of me.
This isn't an ad, but if you're interested, you can get 100 searches for free, so you can at least try it, which is nice with a product like that.
Have you tried it out
yet?
yet?
Use DuckDuckGo. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I really should.
When we were doing the...
I've been... Sorry?
When we were doing the De-Google Your Life series, Emily was working on this project and showed me how well it works, and I was really impressed because on the one hand, obviously they don't have the sheer data volume of someone like a Google. But on the other hand, when it turns out that when you're actively trying to find the right result rather than just force feeding whatever sponsored garbage you're being paid for, you can overcome a lot of that.
That's interesting, man. I'm gonna commit. I will at least try it before I get back from my trip. I will have tried it. That'll be my thing. Because it's the Google search stuff is getting really whack. I was trying to usually when I do a trip like this, I'll just Google like right now I'm in Japan, so I'll just Google what time is 4:30 p.m. PST or 4:30 p.m. in BC, because we've been messing around with our time zones in Japan, and it'll just link to time zone converter or whatever that is already set for those things. So I just click on the link. I don't even have to do anything, and it shows up perfectly. This trip, I almost screwed up the start time of the show because the AI search thing gave me the wrong result. And the only reason why I got it right was because it sounded wrong to me. Yeah. So a few hours later, I searched it again, and it gave the right one. But I didn't even type it again. I clicked on my previous search and did the previous search thing. So it wasn't a typo or anything. And it just I don't even know how that necessarily happened, but it got it off by an hour. So I was almost an hour late for the show.
Unreal.
So it's just, and stuff like that is man, I don't need that. That is so unnecessary. There's a lot of things I've used Google search for in the past that it's just worse at now.